morning, dear students. In our previous session, that is in the session 5, we have learned about the oxidation, reduction reactions as well as redox reactions, and even we have understood in our daily life where exactly we are able to see these oxidation reaction, that is corrosion as well as rancidity. About those things we have learned. And now knowing about the types of a reaction, two other types of the reaction we have left out, where the involvement of energy it is there. We have understood the decomposition reaction where energy is given in the form of a heat and all, right? So same here we are able to see. I'll explain with one example. You might have familiar with the reaction of the photosynthesis as well as a respiration. I'll write down the equations now. CO2, carbon dioxide, and the water is going to give you C6H12O6, that is the food, and you're going to see that the energy it is oxygen it is released out. Can you identify this reaction? It is nothing but the reaction which is there for the photosynthesis. Okay, so for photosynthesis we need the light energy for that reactions to occur, right? So carbon dioxide and water combining together, it forms the glucose and oxygen is released out. For this the energy it is light, that is in the form of a light. In other words, the heat it is given out, that is a sunlight. Therefore here in this reaction the energy is absorbed in the form of a heat. Energy is absorbed. So this type of a reaction where heat is absorbed, such kind of a reaction is termed as a endothermic reaction. What they are termed as a endothermic reactions. Okay, where heat is absorbed. Now I'll write down the one more equation that is C6H12O6 plus, that is a oxygen, giving out CO2 plus H2O plus some amount of a heat in energy, that is the energy is released out in the form of a heat. Okay, so can you identify this reaction? This reaction it is nothing but the reaction of a that is a respiration. That is how the food is oxidized and energy is released. Okay, if you compare these two reactions, they are exactly opposite. That means what? Carbon dioxide combining with the water going to form a, that is a glucose, and oxygen is released out. But in case of a respiration reaction, you are going to see that glucose when it is oxidized, so you are going to see that carbon dioxide, water it is formed, along with that some amount of energy is released in the form of a heat. So such kind of a reaction are termed as a exothermic reaction. Okay, so you have understood the two types of the reaction. One is a endothermic reaction and another one is a exothermic reaction. Endothermic reaction, heat is evolved out, right? Sorry, heat is absorbed. Okay, and in case of this one, what is that? The exothermic reaction, heat is given out. Right? I hope it is clear. So we have understood the two types of a reaction. One is an endothermic reaction and another one is a exothermic reaction. I hope it is clear, children. So we are now moving on to the next section, that is many of you have might find the what we call difficulty in balancing the equations. So today in this part we are seeing about the balancing of equations. So we will start with the simple equations, like the first one, where hydrogen reacts with the iron. So it is a diatomic molecule. You are going to see that it's going to form hydrogen peroxide, right? So hydrogen diatomic, iron also diatomic. So you are going to see that the compound which is formed over there, it is a hydrogen ion, right? So how to balance this one? You can see that 2 Fe is there, 2 H2 is there. If I write down, as we know that these are the subscript, we are not at all going to change anything over in the subscript. Whatever it is there, we are going to change in the coefficient, that is this place, right? So the balance equation, I'll write down first the as it is the equation, okay, right? So as we are seeing, the hydrogen it is there and iron it is there. If I write down on the right hand side, that is the product side, reactant side 2 hydrogen is there and 2 iron is there. So I'll write down here 2. So if you see that hydrogen it is a 2 and iron it is also 2. That means what? This reaction it is a balanced reaction or else the required reaction. It is a simple one. Okay. So we'll move on to the next one. The second equation. Copper reacting with the oxygen, okay, and it's going to form copper oxide. See that copper it is there, oxygen it is there, that is a diatomic and it is going to form a copper oxide. Then how to balance this one? And see, on the left hand side only one copper is there, right hand side 2, that is only one copper. What about oxygen? Here it is a 2 oxygen, here only 1 oxygen. So first I'll balance the oxygen itself. So on the right hand side, if I write down, I'll write down the equation first as it is, copper, oxygen, copper oxide. So first I'll balance the oxygen by writing it as a 2. Okay. So now here, if you see that one, oxygen it is balanced with the 2. Here also 2 oxygen is there. What about copper? Here on the right hand side, that is the product side, 2 copper are there. So here I should write over here, that is the next step I write down. Copper, oxygen, give out 2 CuO. So I'll write down 2 over here. Okay. So on the left hand side and the right hand side, if you see over here, 2 copper, 2 copper, 2 oxygen, 2 oxygen, because it has to multiply. So this is the required balanced equation. I hope it is clear, children. These are the simple one. As you do the practicing these things, you will be able to see these very clearly. Okay. So the next reaction, if I write down, carbon and oxygen, that is the third one, gives out CO2. Okay. Now if you observe this reaction over here, so carbon reacting with the oxygen, that is a diatomic molecule, so it is going to form a CO2. If you observe here on the left hand side also, right hand side also, right? So you start balancing the equation, right? But before going into the balancing of equation, you just observe here. You can see that left hand side 1 carbon, right hand side 1 carbon. Left hand side it is oxygen 2 is there and here oxygen 2 is there. That means what? Already the equation is balanced. No need to balance the equation. Sometimes they may give you the equations which are already balanced one. So you observe carefully and then go for the balancing. Okay, I hope it is clear. So then we'll move on to the fourth equation or a fourth example. I write down, that is a hydrogen, oxygen giving out, that is a water. Okay, you are familiar with this equation. Okay, and the reactant side, if you see 2 hydrogen, 2 oxygen, 2 hydrogen, but oxygen it is only 1 is there. So to balance the first one, as it is, you people are familiar with the balancing the steps and all. No need to go for the first that like hydrogen only or oxygen only. It depends on which you feel as a convenient. Okay, so what I feel, so balancing here, the oxygen it is a convenient for me. So I'll write down the equation first, that is a hydrogen and oxygen, that is a step how I am going to show. So here water it is formed. So I'm going to balance the first oxygen by, as it is a 2, I'll write down here 2. I can't do it here 2, right? So I'll as a coefficient as a 2. Now if you oversee here, the oxygen and the 2 into 1 oxygen. So oxygen, it is balanced. What about the hydrogen? So hydrogen, as it is, if you see left hand side, it is only 2 is there. But if you see the right hand side, 2 into 2, it is a 4. Therefore, the hydrogen has to be balanced now. So for that, you write down the equation first. So H2 plus O2. So here it is a 2H2O you have written. Okay. So now what I'll do? So 2 into 2, it is a 4. I'll make it as a 2. Right. So you can see that it is a 2 into 2, 4 and 2 oxygen, 4 hydrogen and a 2 oxygen. Now this is a required balanced equation. I hope it is clear. Okay. Now we will move on to the next one. The fifth example, where nitrogen and hydrogen going to form the ammonia, that is a NH3. Okay, now by seeing here at least you can make out hydrogen, that is on the reactant side 2 nitrogen, 2 hydrogen are there, and the product side 1 nitrogen and 3 hydrogen are there. And if you observe the hydrogen over here, here 2 is there, here 3 is there. If equal number of what we call the atoms are there, then it will be easier for us to balance. Now how to balance over here? For this you are going to see that as it is a 2 over here and 3 over here, to make it as a balance, you have to get a product where by multiplying these numbers you are going to get the same product. That also you can use, that property of a mathematics also you can use over here. That means what, for the 2 if you multiply by 3, and for 3 if you multiply by the 2, you are going to get it as a 6. Correct? This is how you are going to make it as a equal. So the same thing I am going to apply over here. So instead of going for the what we call complication, so I'll write down the equation first. N2 plus H2 and over here NH3. So what I'll do, I'll multiply this 3 is there and here 2 is there. I'll multiply here 3. Okay, now if you see that one, that is a 3H are there. So here it is a N3 to the 6. So here I'll make it as a 2. Okay, so this is the next step where I'm going to write here N2 plus 3H2. So NH3 as it is, I'll multiply it by the 2. So now if you observe over here, leave the N. 3H2 is there, that 3 into 2. So it is a 6H and here also 6H. What about N? It is already N2 is there and it is a 2. So that means what? The equation is already balanced. So each step when you are going to do the changes over here in the coefficient, you observe and you count that. On the reactant side how many atoms are there, and on the product side how many atoms are there of each elements. I hope it is clear. Okay, so this is a required equation, that is a balanced equation. Then I'll move on to the next example. Okay. Okay, the sixth one, that is aluminium reacting with the oxygen. So it's going to form Al2O3. Now look here, as I'm writing the examples, you can pause this one, that is a video, and you can start balancing, and then you can try out whether the balancing what we have done it is correct or no. It is means matches with these things, or else you can do the other steps also where you can get the balanced equation. Now if you observe over here, here aluminium, oxygen is there, here 2 aluminium and 3 oxygen are there. So if you observe, again it is a 2 and again it is a 3. You can either go for balancing the aluminium first or else balancing for the oxygen first. Okay, so I'll write down the equation as it is. Al2O3. Okay, so here oxygen 3, the oxygen 2. So I'll apply the same thing. So here I'll write down 3 and here I'll write down 2. So I'll write this one in the next step. That is aluminium plus 3O2. So to balance this one, I'll write down Al2O3 as it is. As it is a 3 it is there. So I'll make it as a 3 2s are 6. So 3 2s are 6. So I'll write it as a 2. Okay. So now 3 2s are 6. 3 2s are 6 means oxygen it is balanced. What about the aluminium? So aluminium I am supposed to balance now. Right. So in the next step I'll write the same equation. 3O2 gives 2Al2O3. So 2 2s are 4. I'll write down here 4. I hope it is clear. So this is the required balanced equation. Okay children. So seventh example, that is Fe2O3 plus carbon giving out Fe plus CO2. Right? And this reaction, if you see that the carbon displaces the iron, so it is also an example for the displacement reaction. Okay. And if you observe over here, Fe2O3 is there, Fe is there, CO2 is there. Okay. The same thing, oxygen here 3, oxygen here 2. So first I'll try to balance the oxygen itself. Okay. Then Fe2 I write, O3 and C over here, and then as it is, the given equation. Right. So here CO2 is there. So in that place, on the left hand side 3 are there, right hand side only 2 is there. So what I'll write to make it as a equal, so it is multiplying with the same, that is a 2 number, and here it is multiplying by the 3. Right. So this I'll write in the next step. So 2 Fe2O3 plus carbon gives iron plus CO2. So to make it balance, I'll write down here 3. Now if you observe over here, so 3 2s are 6 oxygen, 3 2s are 6 oxygen, it is balanced. Then what about the iron over here? So as I have already written Fe2, right? 2 2s are 4. That means what? I have to balance the iron now. So I'll write down the equation Fe2O3 plus carbon and Fe as it is plus 3 CO2. So it is a 2 2s are 4. I'll write it here as a 4 Fe. Right? Here it is okay, CO2. Then I think it is iron, it is balanced over here. So in the first case I have balanced the oxygen, and in the second case I have balanced the iron. Now what is left out? The carbon is left out. Which is left out now to balance. So here carbon, here also carbon. If you observe here on the right hand side, 3 carbon are there. So in the next step for the balancing, I'll write down Fe2O3 plus 3 carbon and Fe, that is 3 CO2. Right? So this is the required balanced equation. Now look here. When you are doing the practicing of these balancing, you can go for the step by step like this. Or once you understand the steps over here, directly you can go for the last step also. It depends on trial and error method, right? So to understand in each step what are the changes I have done, I have showed it in the how many steps? 4 steps. So instead of that one, you can go for the only 1 step also, 2 step also. I hope it is clear, children. Okay. So the 8th question or 8th example, NaOH reacting with the aluminium oxide Al2O3 gives out sodium aluminium oxide plus it is a H2O. Okay. Now look here. In this example, as we see that sodium hydroxide reacting with the aluminium oxide and it's going to form sodium aluminium oxide and water it is formed. If you observe here in this equation, you can go for even the oxygen also. Instead of that one, aluminium if you see, right? So left hand side there is no change in the aluminium. Aluminium as it is 2 over here, it is only 1 over here. So it is better, I find that, so first you will balance the aluminium. So I'll write down the equation. Sodium hydroxide Al2O3 gives NaAlO3 and H2O. Okay. So as it is aluminium, only one is there, here 2 is there, I'll write down here 2. This is the first step where I have balanced the aluminium. Okay. So as I have balanced the aluminium over here, so that means what? Aluminium here 2, aluminium here 2. So aluminium it is balanced over here. So what is left out now here, if when I changed over here the coefficient, that is even the oxygen as well as sodium I have to balance. Sodium as it is a 2 over here, I'll write down in the next step to balance that one, the 2 sodium, right? As it is equation, sodium hydroxide Al2O3 aluminium oxide gives 2 NaAlO3 plus H2O. So what I'm supposed to balance over there now? Sodium. So I'm write down here 2. As a 2 sodium, 2 sodium. So I think it is a balanced sodium. It is a balance now. In the next step, I have balanced the sodium. Okay. Now if you observe here, 2 sodium is there, 2 sodium is there, 2 aluminium, 2 aluminium. And if you observe the, as I've said, each step you are supposed to observe or count the other element which are present over here. So if you observe over here, the what are the hydrogen as well as the aluminium. So hydrogen and the aluminium, if you observe, 2 hydrogen it is there, here 2 hydrogen is there. Okay, so here also 2 hydrogen. Okay, it is clear. Then what about the oxygen? Here 2, right? And here 2 means here it is a oxygen, it is a 3. So altogether how many this one are there? That is a oxygen, it is a 2 means a 2Al, Al2, it is oxygen you are supposed to balance now. So here 2 means water, it is a H and a OH. So here Al2O3, no, 3 2s are 6. So 3 2s are 6, and here 2 as it is there. Oxygen here it is a 2, and here it is a 2 means how many? It is a 3 and a 5. And if you see over here, 3 2s are 6 plus 1, it is a 7. So how to balance this? So H2O, NaOH, Al2O3, 2NaAlO3, then okay, this it should be balanced. So it is 2 2s are 4. So sorry, here it should be NaAl2O2 it is. So here O2, if you see that one, 2 2s are 4 and it is 1 6. So 2 2s are 4, it is a 2 1s are 6. So the last balanced equation you are going to see that 2 NaOH Al2O3 gives out 2 NaAlO2 plus H2O. I hope it is clear, children. Okay, so we will move on to the next equation. That is 9th one. HCl gives Al2O3 gives out AlCl3 plus H2O. Right. And as you are observing here, hydrochloric acid, aluminium oxide, it's going to react with the aluminum chloride, it is going to form, and the water it is formed over there. And if you observe here, so right hand side it is a H2O. That means there is no change in the hydrogen over here. And chlorine as it is a 3 are there. And here only 1 is there. So there are so many methods to balance this one. If you observe here, so we'll try to what we call balance out the first, that is a hydrogen. And if you balance out the hydrogen first, HCl and Al2O3 gives out AlCl3 plus H2O. So here it is H2O is a 2H, and if I write down 2H over here, so hydrogen as it is a balanced, okay, for the first. And if you observe here, chlorine it is 2 is there, and as it is a chlorine, 3 are there, AlCl3. So that means what, you can even after this, so to make it as a correct one, that is as in the previous case, that is a 3 2s are 6 or 2 3s are 6, like that also you can do over here. And if you observe over here, and only one oxygen is there, here 3 oxygen are there. So if you write down this one, so multiply it by the 3, so you are going to see that 2 into 3, that means it is a, and here I will write down 2, so that means it is a 6 HCl, Al2O3 and AlCl3, and write down here 2 and H2O. So this is the next step where you have balance. So AlCl3, 3 2s are 6, so 6 HCl is there, and aluminium 2 are there, oxygen 3, and here I will make it as a 3, right? So 3 2s are 6, 3 2s are 6, so 6H hydrogen, and chlorine, it is a 6 chlorine, 3 2s are 6 chlorine, 2 aluminium, oxygen it is a 3, oxygen it is a 3. So this is a required balanced equation. So the next one, that is 10th equation, ammonia CH4 reacting with the oxygen is going to form CO2, that is a carbon dioxide and a water. As I have said, it is a trial and error method by which one can learn the balancing of a equation, right? And if you observe over here, here O2 is there, here only one oxygen is there, and CH4 is there, and here H2 is there. So I can go for the first as a balancing of a hydrogen itself, as it is a 4 over here and nowhere the hydrogen is there, only one here hydrogen is there. So I'll write down the equation as it is CH4 plus O, that is a oxygen. You are going to see that CO2, and I'll write down here 2H2O to make it as a 4. Okay, so you understood? That is a H4, here H4, so hydrogen it is balanced now. What about the carbon? Here one carbon it is there, so one carbon it is there, and 2 oxygen it is there, and 2 oxygen, right? So that is a you can see that CH4, H4 is there, H2, 2 into 2, it is a 4, oxygen, 2 oxygen, and here 2 oxygen, and here 1 oxygen. So that means what, still we are lagging out here 2 oxygen, and here 2 oxygen, 2 into 2, that means 4 oxygen. So altogether in the next equation here I will write down CH4 oxygen CO2 plus 2H2O. So to make balance of a oxygen I write down here 2. So you understood that first I have balanced the which one, the hydrogen, so making it as a multiplying with the 2, and the next one you are going to see that oxygen has to be balanced, so that is done with the help of a 2. So this is the required balanced equation. So 11th one, HCl and NaOH gives NaCl plus H2O. Okay, if you observe, as I've told, observe the reaction carefully. HCl, NaOH, right hand side, NaCl and H2O, and one Na is there, one Na is there, one chlorine, one chlorine. Hydrogen, as it is here one hydrogen, here one hydrogen, so 2 hydrogen, and only one oxygen and one oxygen. That means what, the reaction is already balanced, no need to balance the equation. So you have to examine first the given reaction and then go for the balancing. Okay, so we'll move on to the next example. It is a 12th example. C3H8 reacting with the oxygen, so it gives out carbon dioxide and water. see that it is a combustion of this compound, and the complete combustion CO2 and H2O it is going to form. As you can see that C3H8 is there, CO2 and H2O it is going to form. So first you can go for either the balancing of a hydrogen or else the balancing of a oxygen, right? Okay, and if you go for even for the carbon also, as it is a only carbon, it is a 3 carbon are there, and on the right hand side only 1 carbon it is there. And to make it as a 3, so first I'll write down the equation as it is. C3H8 plus oxygen, it's going to form CO2 and H2O. Okay, so make it as a 3. I'll write down here 3. This is the first step where I've balanced the first the carbon. Then the same equation I'll write down. C3H8 plus O2 gives CO2 plus H2O. And if as your coefficient you have written as a 3, carbon it is balanced. What about oxygen? As it is a 3 2s are 6. Okay, 3 2s are 6, and one more here, one oxygen it is there. And so what about the hydrogen over here? You're going to see that hydrogen already it is 8 is there, and hydrogen it is a 2 is there. We can go for the oxygen later. So see, I'll write down the equation as it is a C3H8 gives out oxygen. So 3 CO2, these are already balanced, and H2O I'll write down. So here the last, what we say, the hydrogen as it is 8 here, to make it as a 8, I can write over here the 4. Yes, I can write here over the 4. So you're going to see that it is a 4 2s are 8, and oxygen, okay, later. Carbon it is balanced and hydrogen it is balanced, right? What is left out now? Oxygen is left out. O2 is there, here 3 2s are 6, and it is a 4 over here. Yes, 3 2s are 6 plus 4. So 6 plus 4 it is a 10. To make it as a 10, already on the left hand side you have a 2. So multiply it with the 5. So the next step I'll write down C3H8 plus O2 gives 3 CO2 plus 4 H2O. So I have to write over here the 5 H2, 5 O2. So this is the required balanced equation. You can see that C3, that is a 3 carbon is here, H8, 4 2s are 8 hydrogen is there, 5 2s are 10 oxygen, 3 2s are 6 plus 4, so altogether 10 oxygen are there. So by these many examples you might have understood, right, better the balancing of equations, as it was a difficult one as I felt. So I have taken this one as in the session 6, the balancing of equation. Okay, if you have any queries you can call me, and that's all for today's session.